They did not come for him with mercy. They came at dawn, when the world is softest, when even magic still lingers half asleep between breaths. Oberon heard them before he saw them. Ill. The sharp, unnatural scent of iron cutting through the quiet forest air. Alara was still sleeping beside him, her head resting against his shoulder, her breath slow and warm. For a moment, just one, he considered running. But something deeper than fear held him still. He had already chosen this life. And choice, he had learned, comes with consequence. The first net struck before he could rise. It burned. Not like fire, no worse. It felt like unraveling, like something inside him being pulled apart thread by thread. Iron woven, heavy with intent. Human hands had crafted it, but not without help, not without knowledge. Oberon! Alara gasped, jolting awake. He tried to speak, to tell her to run, but his voice caught, twisted into something weak and human. Arrows followed, not to kill, to weaken, each one pierced with cruel precision, each one singing with the same iron curse. His wings, half seen, half real, flickered once behind him before collapsing into nothing. The forest dimmed, magic recoiled, and Oberon, prince of the gloaming court, fell to his knees in the dirt. Men emerged from the trees, faces hard, eyes filled with something worse than hatred, fear. "Don't touch him," Alara cried, scrambling forward. One of them struck her. Not hard, but enough. Enough to remind her what she was. Mortal. Oberon felt it more than the arrows. "Stop," he forced out, voice breaking. That was when they realized. The creature before them, this thing of legend, was not roaring, not raging. He was pleading. And something shifted. Not kindness, never that, but curiosity. "Alive," one of them muttered. "He's worth more alive." Chains replaced the net. Cold iron snapped around his wrists, his throat. Every link tightened like a promise. Oberon's vision blurred as they dragged him away. His body too weak to resist. His magic slipping like water through broken hands. He turned his head once. Just once. Alara was on the ground, reaching for him, her fingers clawing through dirt and roots, her voice breaking into something raw and desperate. "Oberon!" He tried to hold on to her face, her voice, her laugh, but already, something was fading. Not memory, not yet, but the feeling of it. And as the forest swallowed him, and the iron bit deeper into his bones, one truth settled cold and certain in his chest. He had not been taken as a prince. He had been taken as something less, something to be owned, something to be broken.
If Oberon and Lara's journey touched your heart, don't let their story end here. Every like and subscription is a spark of light that helps this channel grow and allows me to bring more legends to life. Subscribe and hit the bell to join our village and witness the next chapter of the Fae Chronicles.
They broke him slowly, because breaking him all at once would have been wasteful. The minds of Lord Vecran were not meant for creatures like him. They were meant to end things. Iron dust hung thick in the air, seeping into lungs, into skin, into bone. Every breath Oberon took felt like swallowing shards. Every step dragged against chains that burned colder than death. He learned quickly, not how to survive, but how to endure. They brought him into the tunnels on the second day. If it was still day, time had already begun to slip, unraveling into something shapeless. Torches flickered, shadows twisted, and the walls whispered. Magic once lived here. Now it rotted. "Make it glow," one of the overseers demanded, shoving him forward. Oberon didn't move. Not because he refused, because he couldn't. The iron around his throat tightened as if sensing defiance. Strike came sharp, precise. He fell. "Do it," the man snarled. "Or we'll find another way to make you useful." Useful. Not prince. Not Fae. Just a thing. Something in him flickered then. Small, broken, but still there. He reached inward, searching for the light that had once come as easily as breath. Answered faintly. A dim pulse beneath the ruin. The walls responded. For a brief moment, the stone shimmered, veins of pale glow threading through darkness like dying stars. The miners stilled, not in awe, in calculation. "There," one muttered. "He can find it." And just like that, his fate was sealed. They didn't beat him as much after that. They didn't need to. They used him, dragged him deeper where no torch could hold, forcing him to scrape at magic long buried, long corrupted. Each time he reached for it, it took something in return. Strength, memory, pieces. At first, he tried to hold on to them. Alara's face, the sound of her voice, the way she said his name, not like a warning but like something precious. "Oberon." He whispered it once just to hear it, just to remember. A miner nearby froze. "You hear that?" he said quietly. Another stepped closer, watching Oberon with something uncertain in his eyes. "That's not a monster," he muttered. Oberon didn't look up, didn't speak again, because already the name felt heavier, further away. But something had changed, not in him, in them. For the first time since his capture, they hesitated. The collapse began with a sound no one expected. Not a roar, not a warning, just a quiet crack, like something deep within the earth finally giving up. Oberon felt it before the others did. A tremor beneath his hands as he pressed them against the cold stone, searching for that faint, dying thread of magic they forced him to follow. But this time, what answered him was not light. It was hunger. The walls shuddered. Dust rained down. "Out!" someone shouted, but it was already too late. The tunnel split. Stone screamed as it tore apart, swallowing men whole. Torches died in an instant, plunging everything into choking darkness. Panic followed, raw, human, desperate. Oberon didn't run. He couldn't. Chains held. The iron bit. The darkness pressed in. And then, voice, faint, broken. "Help, please." Not an order. Not a command. Plea. Something twisted in his chest. He should have let it end. The men, the suffering, all of it buried in one final silence. It would have been easier. Instead he reached, not outward, inward, to what little remained. The magic answered like a dying breath, weak, flickering, barely there. It burned as it rose, tearing through him as if punishing the attempt. But still, like, soft at first, then growing. Silver threads spilled from his hands, weaving through the darkness, wrapping around broken beams, fractured stone, trembling bodies. The tunnel held, barely, impossibly. "Move!" someone shouted, voice shaking now with something unfamiliar. Not fear. Hope. They scrambled, dragging the injured, pulling each other free. And still Oberon stood at the center, shaking. His body barely able to bear the strain. Each second cost him. Each heartbeat took something. Faces blurred. Voices faded. Time slipped. When the last man stumbled free, the light shattered. Oberon collapsed. Silence followed. Not the suffocating kind. Something quieter. He was dimly aware of hands on him. Not striking, not forcing. Holding. "Easy," someone murmured. The same man who had once called him a monster. Now his voice was different. Careful. Uncertain. "Why?" another whispered. "Why would he save us?" Oberon didn't answer. He wasn't sure he could. Because even as he lay there, breath shallow, vision fading, he couldn't remember. Not fully. Not clearly. But there was something. Feeling. Warm. Distant. Important. Something he had once chosen. Something worth saving. His lips parted slightly. A word forming without permission. "Alara." The name lingered in the air. Fragile. And for the first time, no one spoke against him. No one raised a hand. Because somewhere between fear and survival, they had begun to see him. Not as a weapon. Not as a curse. But as something far more dangerous. Someone worth losing. They stopped calling him it first. Then creature. Then fae. By the time the seasons began to turn, they were calling him something else. "Stay close to him," one of the miners said quietly as they descended into the deeper shafts. The stone listens when he's near. Oberon heard it. He heard everything now in fragments. Voices, echoes, meanings that slipped between his fingers like water. But the tone he understood. It wasn't fear anymore. It was reliance. They no longer dragged him. They walked beside him. Chains still bound his wrists, but looser now, more out of habit than necessity. And when he stumbled, someone caught him, gently, as if forgetting for a moment what he was supposed to be. Easy, the same man murmured again, the one who had first hesitated. Don't fall on us now. A weak attempt at humor. Oberon almost smiled. Almost, because something inside him knew how. But not why. The deeper they went, the darker it became. Not just absence of light, but something older. Something that pressed against the mind and whispered of endings. The mind was changing. Or perhaps it always had been. Can you feel it? Someone asked him, voice low. Oberon closed his eyes. We. The magic answered, thin, trembling but still there. And beneath it, something wrong. Hungry. Waiting. His breath caught. Back, he said, voice rough, unfamiliar even to himself. They didn't argue. They listened. That was new. The ground trembled again. Deeper this time, angrier. The walls pulsed like a living thing. Veins of dull light twisting through stone like something trying to wake. Panic stirred. What is it? Another demanded. Oberon didn't answer. He stepped forward instead. Chains clinked softly. Each step cost him. Each movement felt heavier, slower. As if the world itself resisted him now. But he kept going. Because somewhere, buried beneath the fading pieces of who he had been, one truth remained. Protect them. Why, he didn't know. But it mattered. The magic surged when he reached the center of the tunnel. Wild, unstable. It tore through him as he tried to hold it, shape it, contain it. Light flared. The walls screamed. And then, stillness. The tremor stopped. The hunger receded. Silence fell. Oberon swayed, breath shallow, vision dimming once more. When he looked up, they were staring at him. Not with fear. Not with suspicion. With something softer. Something dangerous. You saved us, someone whispered. No one corrected them. No one denied it. The man beside him placed a steadying hand on his shoulder. Not as a guard. Not as a master. But as something closer to an equal. Oberon looked at him, searching for meaning in a world that no longer made sense. And for a brief, fragile moment, he felt it. Belonging. But even as it settled, quiet and unfamiliar in his chest, something else slipped away. Memory, faith, laugh, gone before he could grasp it. And though he stood surrounded now, not alone, not feared, not hated, there was an emptiness inside him growing wider with every breath, because they were beginning to love him, and he was beginning to forget why that mattered.